Howdy, it's me, Costa the Butcher, and today we're going to talk about the differences between the ribeye and the New York strip on steak versus steak. What is the difference between the ribeye and the New York strip? Which one's better? It's one of the most common questions I get asked at the butcher counter, and with good reason. These are two cuts with more similarities than differences. They're usually merchandised right next to each other in the case. They're usually priced pretty similarly, if not exactly the same. And along with the filet mignon, they're probably the two most common items on steakhouse menus. In fact, anatomically, the rib loin and the strip loin are two ends of the same muscle, the longissimus dorsi, which runs along the cow's back. But we're not here to talk about what these steaks have in common. This is steak versus steak. So what's different about them? To me, the ribeye is the most flavorful of all steaks. Now, these pockets of fat, which can be a turnoff for some people, are a big reason for that. But so is this outer cap muscle, which is called the spinalis. It's, in my opinion, the most flavorful part of the entire beef. The strip steak is going to be a skinnier steak, hence the name strip. Its fat cap is totally external, which makes it a lot easier to trim off, and that's really appealing to a lot of customers. The strip is also only one solid muscle for the most part, meaning that you miss out on a lot of that flavorful spinalis and a lot of the flavorful connective tissue that a ribeye has, but you deal with a lot less gristle. And now for cooking. As you may have guessed, these two steaks are cooked basically the same way. The most important thing is that they get plenty of salt. Not just for flavor, salt also restructures protein molecules in a way that helps the meat retain its juiciness. You want to use a super hot skillet or grill to make sure your steak gets a good sear. This doesn't actually seal in the juices, but it does create the complex caramelized flavors that separate a good steak from a great one. And there you have it. For steak versus steak, I'm Costa. Bon appetit. I never checked the framing of this shot. So do you have any siblings? Oh boy. Kitty versus steak. Ah, Kitty, no!